Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalsabre here. What do we got today? We got an unboxing. This came in while I was on vacation. It's Grand Havoc, Perryville, October 8th, 1862. This is American Civil War series, volume number 8 from Revolution Games. Got a little bit of a reflection going on here, so I'm going to get rid of this shrink wrap, and I'll tell you about this piece of paper in a minute. And of course, it's going to give me a hard time. Won't even cut with the knife. Wow. There we go. Got something started here. Maybe. I ain't done one of these in a while. Sure fought me, didn't it? Okay. This is a rata that came with outside of the booth, and the exclusive rules is the fog of war. The fog is not on the player aid. Here's the table. I'll probably make a little cardboard one of it. And then got a couple more things, the counter replacements should have the CSA flag, so we'll check on those two once we do a full count, start clipping and so forth. As I said, this is volume number 8 in the Civil War series by Revolution Games. And I know it's down here somewhere. I wanted before we open it up. It is designed by the designer was Jeff Grossman, developer Roger Miller, the graphics by Edmund Hudson, Charles Kibler, and Mark Mahaffey. And then we got the back here. Okay. Up on top, it says the president does not understand why we cannot march as the enemy marches, live as he lives, and fight as he fights. It says there were a few battles. There were a few battles as confused, ferocious, and controversial as Perryville. The climax of Braxton Bragg's 1862 Kentucky campaign. In a few short hours, one Union corps was wrecked, while two other Union corps remained mostly unengaged. Within the battle, there are fascinating moments to revisit, such as the ferocious assault by General Manning, destroying one Union brigade and almost another, the determined stand by General John Starkweather on a hill that now bears his name, preventing catastrophe, and the hopeless charge by Colonel John Savage, 16th Tennessee, believing his commander was trying to kill him and his regiment. Grand Havoc allows you to relive that bloody day in 1862 when armies collided in drought-stricken Kentucky. It will be faced with the same problems as the commanders in the historic battle. Okay. There are some scenarios in there that you can check on. This is a blind sword system, emphasizes the friction and chaos of war. The successful commander will be the one who responds. So it is a chit pull, which means it's very good for solo. Now let's get inside the box. Boy, I'm having a tough time today. That's what happens when you go on vacation. I guess you lose touch of everything. This is really packed tight. There we go. Okay, then we got two dice, two D6s, a red one and a white one. Okay, we got the Confederate Brigade activation display. We got the Union Brigade activation display. Got Buell alert track along somewhere will be foot tracking. This is the this combat results table, which is the result of 2 dice that you roll, and then you go down. Say you're attacking and you've got a 9 attack level and you get a 61. That means they're going to be doing one of these, depending on their cohesion at the time. Yeah. Okay. Down here we have modifiers, weapon ranges, modifiers, fire combat shifts if the target's in the woods, and etc. Close combat shifts, and whether they're outnumbering and so forth. Then on the back is the cohesion table. As I said, if he had to do one of those, for example, if he had to do a tough and it was a 4-6 roll, they would get it depleted, and then we get 2 morale hits and a retreat 2. Then we got the terrain key, shows you all the different terrains. Okay. Now this is pretty cool. This is what you would get if you had bought this in a bag. You would get this Grand Havoc thing with and flipping it over would be the turn track. Oh, but not showing you this stuff good enough. The turn track, victory point track, and the broken track. Then we have this is for the chits. Okay, this is the sequence of play. Go down here. You got rally, defend. You got all different orders. Then a terrain effects chart up here for the additional cost for cavalry, artillery, infantry, and whether they're in the road, on a trail. Brigade order details. The artillery stacking, which is different than normal stacking. Then on the back of each one, this is the Union event descriptions. Okay, when a chit comes out that says Brigade Initiative, you look on here and it says play now, roll a die. 1 to 4, activate any on-hold brigade with either a defense order. On-hold brigades that were off map are not eligible. And then 5 through 6, no effect, nothing. So you got all of these different things that happen while they're there. And then we got the same thing, a duplicate on this side here. And on the side, usually the rallies are a little different between the CSA and the USA. I didn't really compare them to see how much other difference there was. But I'm sure I'll find when I start playing. I'm sorry I keep pushing this up out of the lip. Okay, and then we got the Blind Sword System series rules. This covers all of the games, the 8 games in the series. And it's text. It's got some black and white picture descriptions of the counters. Goes through the sequence of play, target eligibility, lead units, and all of that, reinforcement arrivals, movement. And that's the same as just about if anybody's ever played one of these don't change too much. But here's what does change. Oh, and this feels like a hefty one. Okay, this is the exclusive rules for Perryville. Says the rules in the charts layout by Richard Handewith. Okay, so now we got some color descriptions. Terrain, unit markers. Okay, looks like we're going to have some changes in the road, the terrain. We're going to have units stacking. It's 12 SPs. I thought the other one was 10, but I may be wrong. The last one I played anyway. Command decision phases, chit draw phases. This tells you what chits to start with. Tells you what happens in the fog of war, the fortunes of war. And we got divisional activation chips, brigade activation chips. Division chips I don't know what I was going to try to explain there, so I'm stopped. Huh. Fire combat. Any intervening hits that are higher than both units will block the fire, so forth. They always have fire combat and line of sight in the rules. Fine, we got close combat. Looks like quite a bit of them. I'm gonna have to be reading this one when I get ready to start. They got the specific directions that Confederates and the Union can retreat in. End of turn procedures, skirmish orders, scenarios. All right, so starts on page 11, scenarios. So I have 10 pages of rules. It's quite a bit in the this one here. We got 1, 2, looks like 3, 4, 5 different scenarios. Okay, looking good. Yes, I do have all 8 of them in the series. Here's the first set of counters. The U.S. We got on the top, you can see by the name of the brigade that they're in. Then down here we have their replacements for their leaders. Then we have their leaders, Sheridan, Mitchell, Van Cleve, Wood. This could be the leaders up here. Rosso, Jackson, and Chef. I'll have to check into that. And they are double-sided. For when you take a hit, flip them over. Oh yeah, now I remember. Okay, now we got the Confederates. A lot less numbers. These are admin chips. Admin chips, artillery fire. That's nice to have them. I was using a little round coins to remind me of when they fired. And then we have their leaders down here, and then their brigades. And then we have the map. And I'm going to put this on pause for a second here so I can try to well, my mouse went out of business already. I get this down here and put this on pause. Okay, so we got the up there. You can see up there in the top is the top of the map. I can't get it all in to show you at this point in time. Will definitely do some rearranging when I start to play it. It's a very nice looking map. It's very easy to detect the different contours in that, and then they got the numbers on them providing the elevations. And these are victory point markers. And then I'll just move the map instead of moving the camera. Okay, and this is the bottom portion of the map. We got Perryville down here. North is that direction. Okay, very nice looking map. So I'm happy. I don't know when I'll get to be playing this, but I'm going to have to punch it out first and do all the clipping and everything. I don't know when I get to play it. When I do get to play it, I will definitely do a demonstration or a turn playthrough or something to the effect so that you guys can see it. But I wanted to let you see what's inside of Grand Havoc, the Perryville Battle of the American Civil War by Volume 8 in the American Civil War series from Revolution Games. This is SoCalsabre saying take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay safe.